Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend if you're here in America. If you're not, I hope you had a good weekend too. Taurus, this is going to be Taurus and Aquarius sitting in a tree, Kissing. So I've already shuffled and cut the cards. Messages that are kind of coming through slow for this one for some reason. And I mean deliberately slow, just slow. But it feels like you guys are finishing up. Well, let me say this because there's just got feet to it, so it's all over the damn place. There are a couple stories here. So the first one is for those of you that have been in your relationship without a split, without a break. But you have been working, this is resonating with you, you've been working really hard, so trying to find time for each other has been difficult for a variety of reasons, work, kids, and some other shit. For those of you that are in that stop and go, back and forth, up and down type shit with your Aquarius, Taurus, there seems to be a completion of some sort. Just as I was shuffling the cards, I was just looking to see what was coming up. It may be you are moving into a new phase in your relationship. Maybe some of you are in that rekindle shit we've been talking about with the weekend and the weekly update for you, Taurus. However this is resonating for you, it all has good omens to it, though. There's nothing shaky or funky going on. For some of you, you may have in the past been dealing with your Aquarius, and it may have seemed like there was more give on your part and not so much give. Or this could be vice versa, but for Taurus, it feels like, yep, there's that completion card. Yeah, there it is. Overall energy and domestic harmony on the front end. So, yeah. There may have been an imbalance in the relationship prior to. It feels like the universe just kind of cleared some shit up. And I don't know whether it was for one or both of you. Whoever was going through whatever little funky thing going through. See what we got going on here. Okay, and there's that time out. So some of you may have literally taken a time out. On the other side of that, some of you may have been forced to romantically take a time out because you've been busy working, trying to figure out this new normal we're dealing with. However that's resonating with you, but that's there. So just before we get to the emotional cards, little cards, your overall energy on the front end is domestic harmony. On the back end, it is completion. Recent past shows passion ignited. The timeout card and authority. Current energy, self-discipline, deception and envy, not what you think, and intuition. Future, the throat chakra or the speaking chakra, creativity and awareness. A lot of blue, a lot of purple, but the self-discipline and the intuition stand out because you got these loud-ass salmon, pinky, orangey kind of colors. Let's see what the little cards got to say about any and all of this. Reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversal. So domestic harmony is pulling the 10 of Wands, and completion is pulling the 9 of Swords. Dime, 2 nines, doggone it. Passion ignited. 8 of Cups, time out. 7 of Swords, authority. The crazy lady. The High Priestess, self-discipline, pulls the Knight of Cups. Deception and envy, pulls the Justice card. Intuition, pulls the Knight of Coins. Throat chakra, pulls the Emperor. Creativity, pulls the 8 of Wands or the fast communication. Awareness, pulls the Sun card. Woo! So some of the stress is leaving the relationship. So again, it feels like for those of you that have been in a long-term, at least couple years type situation with your Aquarius, you're living together, you're married, however that's resonating, there may have been some stressful things going on. It's not lost on me that this was the one and only card that I pulled out that was actually upside down, and the energy is such. So it feels like there is some relief going on. And for those of you that are kind of circling the wagons back about your Taurus Aquarius situationship, relationship, however that's resonating, it's the same thing. The stress is not there this time for you. And all of that's relating to domestic harmony. That's on the top end of your overall energy. The completion in the Nine of Swords. For many of you, the worrying, for the couples that have been together, the worrying, the up at night, over, done, finished. Boo-doo-doo-doo. So whatever break you had as far as coming back together, all of that extra stress about worrying if, hell, I say it, if you get sick, it's a doctor, you get COVID-19, yeah, that shit. It's over. So whatever stressful situation was going on, it feels like one or both of you are being rotated out, and feels like you may be working from home if you are not already. This is good. Those nines talking about completion. It's done. It just feels like a big weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Again, for those of you that are kind of getting back into your Taurus Aquarius situation, the heaviness that you may have felt the first, the second, or the 10th time going around, however that's resonating, it's not going to be there this time. This is a little lighter. You may notice that some things have changed. Conversation may not be the same. There was a definite split for some of you, one half of the story. Some of y'all definitely broke up, and you just now, with the Venus and the Mercury retrograde, that makes sense. You may be trying to come back together and see if you can rework the relationship and start over. Recent past, passion ignited. Something happened. Somebody got happy. Somebody got happy. And in reigniting, or igniting for that matter, the passion, Taurus, it just made you feel like emotionally you're walking off of something rocky and stepping up onto something firm. And this is a very recent past. So we're not going into last year with this. This is not even as far back as January. This is maybe March, maybe April. And it just felt like whatever thing with you in Aquarius just kind of went click, and it worked, and it's working. But this is from the recent past. The time out, some of you may have had that time out, either way, together or just coming back together, working, a whole bunch of shit going on, and you literally just had to take a time out from each other because you just didn't see each other. This created some kind of, I don't know, it's a wispy, gaspy kind of, it's an air card. What I hear and what I feel, it's almost like, I don't understand how this is working. What are y'all doing? Where are we going? That kind of energy. However, it feels like y'all came out of this okay either way, whether the long-term relationship or the one getting back together. At the end of the recent past with the Authority and the High Priestess, trying to figure out, this is major energy, how can we make this shit work? How can we get this to get back to where it was if you're still together? Because even those of you that have been together, coming back together may feel a little strange. Still, it's not stressful, but it may feel a little strainy, if I can use that word. So kind of looking at your situation and looking at the details. Is there anything that we need to do? Again, this is from the recent past, so you may still have a little bit of this coming back together, looking at everything that maybe got pushed over to the side because you were busy working, didn't have a chance. However that's resonating. Both of y'all, not just you, Taurus, both of y'all are the authority on this. And so it feels like you both came together and worked out whatever little details. Again, I still feel that kind of present energy, so you may still be trying to work out the details, look at everything that has gone on. and looking at everything that has materialized or not materialized, however that's resonating for you. We get to the current energy with the Knight of Cups and the self-discipline. This is really relating to those of you that don't have a full-blown relationship yet with your Aquarius, but y'all are singing to each other. The hoo and the wah. There you go. But there's some self-discipline. And I feel this on both parts. This is not like it was the first time or second or the 10th time, whatever time we're on now. This is not like that. There's a bit of maturity, if I can, that feels like it has invaded your relationship. Everybody has kind of grown up. Everybody's had their time out, gone to their separate corners, whether you were apart a month, 10 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. Because it feels like, however that is, you really didn't lose contact with this person, but you really weren't in contact with this person. So you knew what they were doing, you knew where they were, but some of y'all may not have been talking. Others of you may have been talking intermittently, and that's leading you back to this point right now. So there's a level of self-discipline here, and self-discipline comes with maturity. So it feels like whatever went on in the past, everybody's grown up and looking at things a little differently. Again, that emotional singing, the Knight of Cups. So with it being a knight, it's a younger person. So in this instance, I'm going to say this is a fresh energy for this relationship. It's not the same thing. Just put that there. Okay, let's get to the centerpiece. I know y'all like the hell. It's just good up to this point. Don't be deceived by your past. That's where that's going. Do not be deceived by your past. I might have to break this down a couple different ways. If the two of you have been together and this separation or pulling apart came due to what's going on in the world right now, coronavirus, because of your jobs and working and different things going on, don't fall into the trap of, well, what were you doing while you were gone? Well, who is that? I don't remember her being secretary at the office. Where did she come from? That deception and envy, we really on the envy part right here. Leave it alone. And this is your challenge for the next couple 4 weeks with your Aquarius, Taurus, or it could be you, it might be them. However it's resonating, but the focus here should be on not allowing things from the past to get in the way, and this is major energy right here, bringing some balance and letting justice do its job. If shit went on in the past when y'all apart, there's no sense of you sitting around worrying about, well, did you lie to me on this one? If you gonna do this, do this. But don't fall into this, I'm envious because you were talking to another person while you were gone or while we were working different shifts and you developed that. Don't turn a molehill into a mountain. That part right there. Let justice do what it's going to do. If there was anything wrong, this is difficult energy to put out here. If there was anything wrong, trust and believe it'll come out. For those of you that might be riding that wire, for those of you that are bringing it back to a relationship, you may have been apart for a while, the balance is there. Justice has probably been meted out. So if you don't know what your partner was doing while you were not together, trust and believe they see things a little differently, and that brings us right back here to this self-discipline. That's why it feels a little maturer, if that's a word, because justice right here. So everybody feels like everybody learned a lesson of some sort at different levels, Taurus and Aquarius. This is Libran energy, so this is definitely about weighing options as well. Again, don't fall into this little nasty ass trap, being envious of some bullshit that's gone on. And this goes for Aquarius too. If your Taurus is with you, then let that be. Let that stand. Don't get all off into some shit from the past. Those of you that took a time out, or those of you that had time out forced upon you, Don't get all up in that air energy, because that's exactly what that is, and that this is sitting right here below that. There's no mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just know that whatever needed to be meted out in terms of justice, it's done. And you're going to have to roll with this energy for a minute. For many of you, you'll see it. As you start moving forward, once Mercury goes direct, you'll begin to see where this maturity, because some of you feeling like, I don't know, it's something different about you. I can't tell. You'll see it. Trust me, you'll see it, and you'll see where the balance, see where it is now. But don't fall into this. This is your challenge. Don't fall into this trying to get hung up on what we were doing before and turning something that's past you into something that doesn't even need to be discussed. When you get to the end of, follow your intuition in terms of what should happen next. So for some of you, it might be moving in together. For some of you, it might be getting married. For others of you, it might be buying another house. This is money right here. Inventory, resources, what you got, how much corn you got versus how much oat do I have, what's your horse doing, what's my cow doing. That some of you may be getting ready. Follow your intuition as best you can. Now, this is a different kind of intuition than the usual. You see, it's not purple, it's not blue. This is thinking intuition. I know you're like, what the fuck is that? That's our new term. But this is, how do I explain this? As you're moving along and you're thinking about things, just let your thinking intuition, I know that's not your gut. Those of you that are on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Others of you, it's difficult to explain. This is not so much about what's in your gut intuition, but this is about following the thought that you're having. So for example, you add up resources and the thought is, we should move to the east side and not the west side. That's I can't think of another term than to call it thinking intuition. And if you just look at the card, this is not the usual purple, follow your intuition, the blues. Is there anything on here? Yeah. Usually intuition comes out with this kind of purpley color. No, not this time. And understand, those twos up there make 4. 4 is the number of stability. So follow your train of thought. That's the best way I can say that to you. If you're thinking about moving to the east side, just for lack of no better example, instead of the west side, go with that thought. Following that first thought. That's what we'll call that. Follow your first thought as you are taking inventory. Again, remember Mercury's retrograde, so 9 times out of 10, that's why you're getting it this way and not the other way. Just saying, when we get to your future energy, you have to start talking about which way do we want to go? What do we want to do? What impact do we want to leave on the world as a couple? What are we doing? For some of you, this may be about seizing opportunities that come forth because of the pandemic. Going to be a lot of innovation that needs to happen here. So for some of you, this is right where you need to be. With an Aquarius, the big thinkers, big air, windy thinkers, this is a good thing. So start talking about which way do we want to go. What do we want to do as a couple? Have to bring that creativity to it. And this is when you're going to have to just bear down on your communication skills. I know sometimes Aquarius and Taurus don't always communicate the same. Again, Aquarius is the creative, airy type. That's not to say Taurus is not. But we're more pragmatic. We're more practical. Today is Sunday. Well, damn it, it's Sunday and we eating Sunday dinner. Period. No extra. Aquarius, on the other hand, is like, yeah, Sunday, maybe we'll eat pizza, but, got a better idea. That kind of thing. So this is going to be about honing that communication. It's going to start hitting hard and heavy. When it does, Taurus, just remember to be as creative as you can with the communication. At the end of all of this, the both of you are going to become aware of how important the other is to you. I'll say that again. At the end of all of this, you are going to become aware of how important the other is to you. So Aquarius, Taurus, however, it's going to hit you like, damn, what the fuck were we doing? And this is the collective. This is not just you, Taurus. This is you and Aquarius in your own sun. Ooh, that's special. I'm just saying. That's what it is. The only hang up here is right here. The challenge. It's not falling for less deception, more envy. A lot of times our envy can create a shadow of deception. Make you think you're seeing things because you're envious. As with anything, with somebody you've been with, and then you realize they've developed a new friendship, or they've started reading something different, maybe philosophical, and it's changing the way that they think. And sometimes you get a little jealous with that, get a little envious, like, well, you had time to read, you had time to make friends, and it wasn't that anybody had time to do anything, it was just circumstance made it that way. However, with the Justice card sitting on top, please know that all is well. And nothing is out of anything. So you feel like you, especially those of you trying to go back into or rekindle a relationship with your Aquarius, if you feel like you're getting ready to get triggered on some bullshit, nix that shit. Don't even let it get legs. Don't let it sprout. Don't speak it in the air. Don't do none of that shit. Because it's not going to do anything but create tension where there doesn't need to be any, especially if you're trying to come back together. And that you have cups and coins on either side of this. Emotionally and financially, you're good. So don't let some bullshit keep you from the abundance that you want to have with your Aquarius. Sleep on it. That just what we talking about. You get ready to go here with some bullshit about, I ain't never seen him before. When'd you be? Hey, drop it. Sleep on it. I promise you, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel a little different, and it will probably, especially in light of it being Mercury retrograde, most of the better part of this month, you wake up, you'll probably be glad you didn't comment on whatever it is you were getting ready, whatever little dark road you were getting ready to go down. You will find out, once again, the Justice card is on there. The justice has been served if it needed to be served. Y'all hear me? I know y'all hear me. Feed your spirit. Again, deception and envy. You feeling insecure, that's a you thing and not a us thing. If you are feeling insecure, that's a you thing and not a us thing. Feed your spirit. A lot of times we're running on empty and, everything look like an issue. It isn't. Just feed your spirit. However that resonates with you, whatever. And then you see the little plant in the heart in the middle. Love you, and then loving everybody else is easy. Just saying. I know y'all done clicked off like, I ain't trying to hear. I know. I know. I get it. Name your higher self. Those of you that are trying to wigwam your way back into this relationship and get it on solid ground, start naming your higher self. You see that heart in there? Start planning it. Start making it happen. It takes two of you to do this, so start doing something. Start naming your higher self. Where do you see the relationship 6 months from now? Where do you see the relationship a year from now? Don't wait on somebody else to be trying to hand you something, damn, all that. Figure it out yourself. There's a book in here. If you need to read a book, you see up there, just so you can get some bearing on what you want to do as a couple. Go read a book. On the other side of that, if you need to go get a journal and journal, do it. Do it. Let's see. What's more important? God damn it. Right here. Is it more important for you to say some old dumb shit because you're trying to stir up some old shit? Whoever I'm talking to right now, Taurus or Aquarius. Or is it better to just be trying to do this, so let me just shut the fuck up? What's more important? Making this shit go this time or getting stuck? Those of you that have been together, what's more important? Getting shit back on track or sidetracking yourself down some alley somewhere you really don't want to go? Just saying. I'm just saying. That was right on point. What's more important? I think for most of you, having this person in your life is probably more important than any little petty ass bullshit that went on previously. Keep that thought in the front of your head. I'm just saying. You can do better. And this has been coming up frequently, and it's not that's a bad person, find another person. No, no, no. You can do better. You can do better. Whatever you've been doing in your relationship, you can do better. A lot of y'all been half-assing. I don't blame you. Got you locked up in the house, can't go nowhere on the weekend, can't go to the bar, can't get a drink, can't do shit. But you can do better, Taurus. And now I'm hollering at the Taurus. It's Aquarius. If this applies, if the shoe fit, please put it on. You can do better. So before you go finger pointing about how can you do this, how can you, nitpicking and bullshitting, again, that deception and envy, that envy, because you think somebody was doing something else while y'all wasn't together, or while you were working or doing whatever. You yourself can do better than that. You shouldn't have to get down to what happened before. What's going on in the present moment? And again, insecurity is a you problem and not a us problem. Feed your spirit. Feed your spirit. One more card, please, universe. One more card for Aquarius and Taurus for July 2020. Do you stay in your lane? However that's resonating. Aquarius, Taurus, stay in your lane. Do you. Be you. That's the better part of that. Be you. Do you. You cannot try and compete with somebody else. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm saying it. And again, I'm looking at the deception. And do you. You can only be you. So trust. Some of y'all just need to trust in this process. If your Aquarius wants to get back with you, or if you want to get back with your Aquarius, and the feeling is mutual, however that's resonating, they want you, especially if this is the second go round. Those of you that have been together and coming back together, there's no sense in trying to put on no airs and be acting all strange and shit. Do you. Be who you are, and do you. Do you. I want to pull Rebel cards. Got them out. I shuffled them. I want to pull these too. I'm going to make it in 30 minutes. That's okay. This is for Taurus and Aquarius, universe. Give me messages for Taurus and Aquarius out of the Rebel deck, please. I don't know. I couldn't have said that shit better. Spend time with Bae. Those of y'all that don't know who Bae is, boo boo, baby, sweetie pie, whatever. Spend time with them. Make art, love, or music. This shit right here. What you doing? Which way we going? For some of you, this needs to be a priority. You need to make it a fucking priority to spend time with boo boo. Just saying. This is for Taurus and Aquarius, universe. This is for Taurus and Aquarius. Now, I don't know who this is going for, but I'm just... You equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. That part. Loosen it up. Taurus, that might be you. Just loosen it up. Whatever you're thinking is not what's going on anyway. You're dealing with something from the past, I'm pretty sure. Looks that way to me. It's old and dusty. So let it go. Quit being a tight ass. It's not that serious. Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop talking. Then stop taking yourself there. Make better choices. Isn't that just, you can do better. You can do better. Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. If you don't like how things are flowing, and again, you can do better. You. Change it. Make better decisions about your relationship. For some of you, it feels like, now that I got all of the cards on the table, it feels like you may be trying to reprioritize, especially those of you that haven't split up physically, trying to reprioritize how you're dealing with kids and school, and that boo-boo comes first. I know people yell and scream about the kids, and it's the kids, yeah. But the kids didn't get here on their own. You and Boo Boo made the kids, or you and somebody, or Boo Boo and somebody made the kids. The kids are here. Yes, they're a priority, but no, they are not the main priority. Mama and Daddy are the priority. So, and you can do better and making better choices. It may be something related to how you're dealing with your priorities, and if the card came up, spend time with Bae, then I'm going to just kind of guess some of y'all are not maybe spending as much quality time. You can be in the same house and not spend time together, or not spend quality time together. Quality time is when you can have a discussion or a conversation and just kind of go with the flow. And then that's spending quality time. Watch a movie together, enjoy something together. That right there. Okay, I'm done. Taurus, Aquarius, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good month. Please stay safe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.